All right, well, a little bit of a change of plans. I went to my hardwood dealer and called several other hardwood dealers around the state within, maybe 4 hours drive. And nobody's got Baltic birch in stock, obviously because of the war with Russia in the Ukraine. So what I ended up getting was 3/8 inch CDX. So this is exterior grade plywood. It is not the greatest, but it is exterior grade, so it's CDX and made with waterproof glue. So it's gonna have to do. No Baltic birch anywhere in the state. So of course, I should have known with everything going on in Russia that they were not exporting any Baltic birch, and that's, all of the Baltic birch comes from that region, whether it's manufactured in China or elsewhere. Baltic birch comes from Russia, so yeah, nobody's got it. So the rear solar cable from the back of the camper is 28.5 inches or 28 inches by 15. 28 inches by 15 inches. The solar cable in the front is over from the sidewall 24 inches. And from that sheet, that section over there, 23.5, 24 inches. The cell phone antenna over 12.5 inches by 23.5 inches. Corner plumbing looks like over 3 3/4 from the back and about 3 3/8 or 3 1/4 from the side. Plumbing fixture number 2, again over about 3.5, and then from the back of the camper 52 1/8. All right, so I've found it pretty easy to get my cat's paw, and hammer and get it underneath here and bust the staples away. And it's a good idea before you get too far. See, I've still got decking here. To get some pliers or something to get the staples that are left in the wood. Pull all those out before you get too far. So just a section at a time. Just go and pull all this junk out. And then once I'm done pulling out the staples that I can find, I'll go along with my multi-tool with the scraper blade and just get all this OSB that, stuck down from glue. We're also beginning to see some of those braces on the inside that'll have to be replaced. So, from here on up looks good, but I'll probably just probably cut it halfway through this member here, replace that section. This side stuff just sits on top of the sidewall. So it's just something to nail into, to screw into for the that side trim that holds down when the rubber roof folds over the gutter. So it looks like this is the interior panel of the ceiling right up there. And now's a good time for me to rip this out and replace it, because it's damaged also. This side looks good, but I'm going to replace the whole section. I'll pull this insulation out and make sure these other panels are good. All that stuff looks good. There's a seam under this brace. Now you can see the seam there all the way around. So it's just that front piece. That's Luon, and I'm going to replace it with a polywall panel. So on some of these staples through here, it's easier to do it with my staple puller, so I can get in there and just get them out. I'm going to go all along this line. Here is the top side of that electrical box that I was working on the other day from the air conditioner, which used to be here. All right, well, it's pretty slow going, but I'm cleaning everything up as I go, making sure I get all the staples pulled and cleaning up all the glue and any residual OSB that was laminated to these trusses with my multi-tool. Just cleaning everything up real good. So it's coming along. Got a few more pieces to go. 3 more. I'm about halfway done. So far, I think the easiest way to get this decking off is with the staple tool, the staple puller, and you get in there, pull it up, pry it out, and you can, once you get into a rhythm, you can really get moving. And it's a much cleaner pull of the decking material when all of the staples are out. It's just... All right, well, everything's off, and I am going to replace the framing around this 14 by 14 vent. I'll scab a new piece on here. I'm just going to cut it back here where it's still good. This is still solid all the way back, but it's you know, just like this, it's slightly discolored, and I'm in here, I might as well replace it. I have all of the 1x right there, and I have a bunch more in my utility trailer. So this 1x needs to be replaced. It's like a 1x 1 5/8. So I'll replace that, and it's where the wires go through for the side clearance light, but no big deal. So that's easy. This is the interior panel, that Luon, inside the bathroom. So that's the bathroom ceiling right there. And I might go ahead and replace that. This corner is bad, but I might just replace it. So I might just cut the ceiling out and put in a piece of that poly panel. And then back here in this rear corner, again, it's tail lights, wiring. All this insulation is going to get replaced. This ceiling panel will get replaced. This 1x will get scabbed in to probably about here. So I'll scab in a piece and then brace it in. That's all solid, but I'll scab in another piece just to kind of shore things up a little bit. So I'll scab a piece in and screw it to this piece here. Screw it and glue it. And yeah, this here is the wardrobe closet. So cutting that ceiling out is no problem. And again, I'll just put some of that polywall in there for the ceiling panel. It's really good stuff. Lightweight and water resistant, mold resistant. So all in all, you know, really not that much to repair. Just really the 3 corners. That front corner, that back corner, and this back corner. That side where I thought was bad, it's just discolored. There's the wood is totally solid, so I might scab in a couple of little pieces, and I'm going to cross brace some of this truss system a little bit to shore it up and add a little bit of strength, just with some lightweight poly bracing. So I went and got this 12 mil tarp at Harbor Freight. It's a 12 foot by 20 foot. I'm just going to throw it over the top of the camper. We don't have rain in the forecast, but it has been getting dew in the morning, so I'm going to cover that up so the insulation doesn't get mildewy. Bungee it down. There's the pile of crap. So a pretty productive day today. Got all the decking off, and I got a game plan for repairing the rotten wood. And yeah, tomorrow I'll hit that, start to get the repairs done, and then get the new decking on. Once all the decking is on and I've got my new roof system on, it's that 50-year crazy seal, and I'm putting it on top of a 60 mil polywall panel. So I've got the plywood, which is exterior grade plywood, so it's like a sheathing, CDX, and then on top of that, once I seal all the seams with like a seal tape, like an Eternabond style tape, I'm going to go over the top of the plywood with my the 60 mil polywall. Those are in 4x8 sheets. Then I'll tape those seams. Those will be offset from the plywood seams. Tape those seams. That'll all be put down with construction adhesive, and then I'm going to run sealant tape, seam tape over the edges, about 2.5 inches, and then on all the seams. Once that's all set, I can get my crazy seal, which is the 50-year roofing system. That's a thick coating that goes on top, sealants, and you paint over the side of the vents and the skylights and everything else. So I'll get all that done. Should outlast me. So I'm excited to get that done. And once that roofing is done, I'm going to take the front cap back and get this window and the nose rebuilt. So this window is going to come out. This whole front cap is going to come off, so all this trim has to come off. Clearance lights come off. Everything comes back. This trim comes off, and then this fiberglass panel comes off, exposing probably a whole bunch of rotten framework. And I'm going to rebuild all that with the composite material. So just like I did on the slide out and these lower walls, the shoulders and stuff, and the wings, just be a much better setup. And I've kind of landed on probably doing 400 watts of solar on the roof, solar panels. I'm going to be using the lightweight flat panels. There's a few people on YouTube that have been testing them and having really good results. The output's really good, And so far the longevity's been good. You know, people that have had them for a year and a half have had no issues with them, with no degradation. So we'll see how those goes. I think the technology is getting better on those flat panels, and I really want to have the lightweight panels up there, and 400 watts is probably just about perfect. And then I've got my 100 watt ground panel, so that'll, you know, give me a good 500 watts of solar energy coming into the LIGHTEU batteries. So anyway, that's it for this video. I am dead tired, and got a lot done. Still a lot to do. So I'll catch you on the next video. Later. I got the tarp on. Not supposed to rain, but I just don't want the condensation, the dew getting on the insulation.